Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. I am really not sure I'm allowed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. The Red Arrows are about to perform at Bournemouth, and there's a live feed. So while I go and stand outside and watch the Jets try and take my roof off, I'm going to film the live feed. I don't know how good it's going to be, but what you're seeing there is the memorial to one of the Red Arrows pilots who crashed a few years ago immediately after the display, and the children did that and put a permanent memorial up. But I'll leave you with it. You might have to put up with the radio numpties that are commentating it, but they normally switch to an RAF guy who actually talks you through the display. So I'll just leave the camera running, basically, with the sound on, obviously.
The master yesterday, he's sadly going to be departing, but we'll chat about that a little bit later on. Are you ready, Bournemouth, boys and girls, mums and dads, for the Red Arrows? I hope so. Stand by. Please put your hands together for Red 10!
Well, thank you very much, George, and a very good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Squadron Leader Mike Ling, and I am Red 10. I'm the supervisor with the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. People cheering on the beach, which I like to hear. I've just checked in with Red 1. He's told me they're airborne on time from Bournemouth Airport, so we're looking to start our display at exactly 3:30 this afternoon, looking to go into a full display. So you'll get to see lots of looping and rolling with some very patriotic red, white and blue smoke over the sea here at the Bournemouth Air Festival. It's great to be back here. We did a display yesterday evening and very much looking forward to continuing day 2 of the 10th festival here in Bournemouth. Now, I do have some bad news to pass on to you. Unfortunately, today, one of our pilots is not well. Red 9 has unfortunately come down with a bout of food poisoning. So we don't have Red 9 in the formation today. We don't have a spare pilot, unlike some of the other teams around the world. We just fly an asymmetric 8-ship formation. It's something we put into practice after all the training we do during our winter training. We train for what we call a loser plan. So if in this instance a pilot is sick, we can't use him in the display, we'll fly an 8-ship formation. So that would explain why the display might seem a little odd, a little asymmetric, but we'll still do our best to put on what will be hopefully a very enjoyable 20 or so minutes. So I've got around 1 minute to go before the Jets arrive, hoping Red 1's going to go into a full display. These bits of cumulus cloud around might get in the way. He says a late decision for what type of display he's going to fly. So the formation they arrive in is called Wall. Normally as a 9-ship, it measures 1,000 feet wide. The Jets will be flying at 400 miles per hour, laying down some of that red, white and blue smoke. So he has said we're on time, which is 40 seconds to go now. They've just got the jets in trim, the smoke systems have been primed. They're bringing the engines up to get the speed up to that entry speed of 400 miles per hour. He's about to call the pilots into... There we go, he's calling them into wall formation. And the coloured smoke is about to come on. So now, get your cameras ready, get your vocal cords warmed up. He's starting full, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put your hands together for the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows. At 400 miles an hour, they pull up at 4 times the force of gravity, and Red 1 has now called them into 8-arrow formation. They'll reach 6,000 feet now, or a mile above us, slowing down to about 150 miles an hour, but you can't see them because they've gone behind the cloud. This is going to be great though. Get the cameras ready. Here they are, popping out in 8-arrow, accelerating now through 300 miles an hour. The nose is below the horizon. The smoke goes off as Red 1's about to twist 8-arrow at around 500 feet above the sea. Red 1 is squadron leader David Montenegro. It's his 3rd and final year as the team leader. He is a former Hawk flying instructor and Tornado F3 air defence pilot. He first joined the team back in 2009. He left in 2011, having led the synchro pair. Then he moved on to be an instructor teaching basic fast jet training on the Tucano aircraft. In this left-hand bend now, you'll see Red's 4 5 and 8 have moved to beam Reds 2 and 3. Reds 6 and 7 have moved out from their normal line astern position behind Reds 2 and 3. You're about to see some more patriotic red, white and blue as the pilots present a lopsided Phoenix. Red 1 using that very metronomic cadence in his voice, so that the pilots on the outside can anticipate their control inputs. They're flying by ear, not by eye, using that tone in Red 1's voice to control that formation. On the leader's right wing is the first of our new pilots this year. He's Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Toby Keeley. He is a former Tornado GR4 pilot, but then he moved across to fly the Typhoon, the Hawk as an instructor. Not on this version of Hawk, which is the T Mark 1, but on the Royal Air Force's newest jet trainer, the Hawk T Mark 2. Now to the right, we've got 3 smokes on. This is the Spitfire roll. All 8 jets now going upside down at 2,500 feet. Use your imagination for where Red 9 would be. Now at 400 miles an hour upside down, this is the Spitfire roll, which we've introduced this year to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Royal Air Force's Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. And the flight exists to commemorate all those who have lost their lives in service with the Royal Flying Corps or Royal Air Force since 1914. So, over to the left now, we've got Spitfire entering a left-hand turn. On the leader's left wing is Red 3. He's another of our new pilots. He's Flight Lieutenant Dan Lowes. Lowes' background is solely as a Typhoon pilot, flying the Eurofighter Typhoon. He spent a number of tours on the front line and then became a qualified weapons instructor. That's him on the left now. You can see Red 8 is setting up behind the formation, ready for a manoeuvre that we've modified of the one we introduced last year. We've got the smokes on. Get ready to the left-hand side as the boys fly Tornado. Number 8 puts his blue smoke on. He's now rolling around the other 7 aircraft. Red 1's about to make it much harder for Red 8 as he enters a 3G left-hand turn.
Left now.
Red 8 finishing that last roll in that Tornado manoeuvre. The coloured smoke goes off, and now you'll see Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move to the very back of the formation. Have been Red 7's jet. Red 8 is going to tuck in behind Red 2, and they are forming the shape of a fabulous feat of British aviation engineering excellence. It is the shape of Concorde. Red 1's going to tighten this turn to around 3 to 3.5 G now. A little bit of power coming on. He's tightening. The white smoke is about to be put on. And here they come. They're going to present Concorde. At the bottom of Concorde there, as we see it, on the far left-hand wing, is Red 5. He's Flight Lieutenant Chris Lyndon Smith. You may recognise his name. Normally we take 2 or 3 brand new pilots into the team, but this year we've got a returning former Red Arrows pilot coming back into the formation. Chris is a former Tornado pilot and Hawk instructor. He first joined the team back in 2011. He left in 2013, having been the leader of the Synchro pair. He then moved on to fly this version of Hawk with number 100 Squadron, a unit that provides target training for our frontline squadrons. To the right now, we're forming a trademark shape using your imagination now. You can imagine where number 9 would be. 8 smokes are coming on. He's gone rolling now with this cloud here. He's going for the diamond roll. Upside down again at 2,500 feet with 8 jets there with the white smoke on, and they're going to finish the roll over to our front left as Red 1 leads the formation down to a height of around 500 feet. That now signifies the end of the first part of this Red Arrows display, where so far we've seen all 8 jets together performing close formation aerobatics. Well, now we're going to change the tempo of the display as we split into sections of between 2 and 6 jets for some much more dynamic manoeuvring. To the front, you'll see a shape being formed like a big T. It's known as Dagger, and at the front of Dagger are Reds 1 to 5. We call them Enid, after Enid Blyton's famous 5, and at the back, Reds 6, 7 and 8. Normally as a 4-ship with Red 9, they are called Jippo. That was the nickname of the gentleman who first led the back 4 aircraft with the Red Arrows. First flew 9 ships back in 1968. So now rolling directly towards the seafront. We've got Enid at the top, Jippo at the bottom. The smoke is coming on. Get your cameras ready now as we start the second part of our display with the detonator. Enid, break goes, says Red 1. There they go at the top. Now keep your eyes on Jippo. With his smoke changing from blue to white on the right-hand side is Red 6. He is the leader of the synchro pair. He is Flight Lieutenant Tom Bold. Tom is in his 3rd and final year in the team. He's a former Tucano flying instructor and display pilot. Operationally, Tom flew the Typhoon on the front line before coming to join the team. That's him on the right with the smoke on, followed by Red 8. Looking left, smoking on his own today, is Red 7. 3 jets now descending to just 100 feet. Their closing speed is a staggering 820 miles per hour. Here we go. This is the Jippo Pass. Turn, says Red 6. They leave their smoke on. They go to full power. They're now turning away from us, pulling 6G, or 6 times the force of gravity. Everything in these pilots' bodies is now 6 times heavier, including their blood, which wants to go from their brains to their feet and make them pass out. So they're working hard now to fight the G-force as they fly the Cyclone. Once again, the synchro pair are going to cross out the front, but now bring your eyes to the right to find Enid. The wings of Enid drop down to form an inverted V shape on Red 1's command of Get Down. Today we don't have him. Normally Red 9 would be coming past to fly through the V. So using your imagination now, watch Enid pass. Red 1 calls power, so the pilots go to almost full power into their aircraft to bring the depth back up to be on Red 1's wing line as they're into a right-hand turn and climb steeply off to our left. They'll be rolling out very shortly and positioning with their white smoke on. That's Enid then rolling out with white smoke to our front left, but now we need to look straight ahead to find the 2 jets of the synchro pair. Pulling up at 500 miles an hour in line astern at 5G. Here comes Synchro. Now at 7,000 feet. Are they going to stay out of the cloud? Not quite. But they are drawing a very big heart in the sky. Here we go, just about getting it. Red 8 would normally be coming to draw a spear through the heart. I don't think he's going to get there. I just saw him pop into that cloud. So we might see him come and draw the spear. Not seen him yet. So there we go, Red 6 and 7 with their spear. Now, I've just been told that a young lady named Gemma Rose, who is from a local family here in Bournemouth, is marrying Ashley today. There's currently a reception ongoing at the Carlton Hotel. They've actually stopped the reception to come and watch the Red Arrow. So they've got a couple to dedicate that heart to this afternoon, to Gemma and Ashley. Hello. Congratulations. Now looking left and right again for the synchro pair. Back down to 100 feet. Each pilot coming up to 400 miles per hour. They're going to fly the opposition barrel rolls. Now look to your front left. Looking front left to find Enid. Enid line astern goes, says red 1. They put their white smoke on. They drop down now to be stacked top to bottom. Reds 1 to 5. Red 1 enters a left-hand turn. The following pilots now use their feet to input a lot of rudder and swing the jets out like a pendulum in line astern. Normally we fly our formations with the odd-numbered pilots on the left and the even-numbered pilots fly on the right. In this shape, however, it's the other way around. We've got reds 2 and 4 on the left and reds 3 and 5 on the right. But now they're about to switch to their normal sides by doing this in the slalom. Now they're in battle formation. The pilots are using red 1's wingtip and nose to line up for these battle references. Incidentally, those of you who have supported the Royal Air Force Museum by having your name on a plane as part of that campaign, I can tell you today that red 1 is flying serial number XX322, which actually has on its tail fin thousands of names for those of you who supported the Royal Air Force Museum's campaign. So Enid present a 5-ship battle over to the front right. They'll be rolling out. But now you need to bring your eyes further right to find the 3 jets today of Jippo. Look to the right for the Hurricane. Red 8 calling complete. He was rolling around 6 and 7 there as they roll inverted and upright at different stages during that Hurricane manoeuvre. Now you need to look to your front right 45 to pick up Enid. Here go Enid. They're drawing the shape of a snake in the sky as they fly the Python. On the far right of that shape, which is called Leader's Benefit, is red 4. He is Flight Lieutenant Matt Masters. Matt is in his 2nd year in the team. He's a former Tucano flying instructor and Tornado F3 air defender. He then joined number 100 Squadron, also flying this version of Hawk, providing target training for frontline units. So reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 have switched to white smoke. Red 1 has used red then white during that 2nd roll in the Python. Now look directly ahead to find red 6, 7 and 8. Number 8 puts his smoke on. He's now rolling around red 6. They're about to roll themselves before they perform the Jippo break. With his smoke changing from blue to white on the left-hand side is red 7. He's synchro number 2, Flight Lieutenant Cy Taylor. Cy's in his 2nd year in the team. He's a former Tornado GR4 pilot. He then moved across to fly the Typhoon, eventually becoming the instructor, teaching new Typhoon pilots how to fly that very capable aircraft. So now we've got red 7 on the left, red 6 on the right, back to 100 feet. They are about to fly the double rolls. Pull goes, says red 6. Full power, coloured smoke. Now pulls 6G, 20 degrees nose up to be upside down at 300 feet. Coming back now to 100 feet. Crossing in the middle and repeat the same. Now looking to the left. Look left towards Boscombe Pier to find Enid.
It is settled. Step 2 and 3. Well, step.
The inside pilots pitch up to the outside as they fly the rollbacks.
Go! Go!
Enid finishing their symmetrical and colourful rollbacks to the right as they enter a left-hand turn. And now we need to look left and right again for the synchro pair and their final manoeuvre. Here they come, this time red 6 on the left, red 7 on the right. Approaching with their white smoke on now, they're closing at 800 miles per hour. They're going to cross 3 times in opposing 360-degree turns, each pulling 6G in the carousel. Once again, they're at full power, pulling 6G with coloured smoke. Remember, the pilots are working hard not to black out under that G-force with 6 times the force of gravity. They've got inflating trousers around their legs. They're crossing at the back now, switching smoke colour from red to blue and vice versa. Coming around the front now, they will switch to white smoke. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, on the seafront here in Bournemouth, please put your hands together for the synchro pair! And now, in the distance, Reds 1 to 5 have been joined by Red 8 for the displays finale. Here they come with their white smoke on. Red 1 rolls now to draw the symbol for infinity around the rest of the formation. This is the infinity break. You have been watching the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! Red 1 now rolls out from the inverted. He's put his white smoke on. The other 7 aircraft will get visual with him as quickly as possible so they can gather up and head back to Bournemouth Airport, where our team of engineers will now service the aircraft ready for our display here to start the proceedings at midday tomorrow. So looking forward to a busy seafront to open the show on Saturday. Unfortunately, we won't be here on Sunday. We are heading up to another couple of air shows in Scotland and Northern Ireland. So Red 1's now over to the front right. He's going to give us one final fly past while Bournemouth Airport launch the next display act, and the pilots will give us a fly past here before they head back to Bournemouth. If you'd like to find out more about the team, then please do visit our website, which is raf.mod.uk/reds, or better still, please head to our public relations unit in the Royal Air Force Village down by Bournemouth Pier, where you can meet some of our ground staff, our blues, who have brochures, posters to give you, and you can talk to them about their experiences in not just the Red Arrows, but also in the wider Royal Air Force. Alongside our public relations unit is the stand of the John Egging Trust. Most of you in Bournemouth are aware of the sad tale of John Egging, who passed away sadly here in 2011 at the end of the show. John's widow Emma has set up the trust in aid of helping young people achieve their goals. It's a fantastic charity. It goes from strength to strength. So please do visit them, talk to them about what they have achieved and what they will go on to achieve, and offer your support for what is a fantastic and brilliant charity. Over on the right now, just over Sandbanks, you'll see the formation have formed pyramid. Red 6 is in the middle of the display, so he's actually flying behind Red 1, and we'll be getting some coloured smoke hopefully as they come in from the right-hand side. If you are fans of sports cars and the Red Arrows and you want the chance to win a very limited edition Aston Martin Vanquish S car, you can do this on behalf of the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund. Visit rafbf.org/red10. There are only 10 of these cars being made. Reds 1 to 9 have been sold privately. Red 10 is up for raffle. If you visit that website or Google Aston Martin Red Arrows, you can enter the raffle, pay £20 for a very good chance of winning that car, and also support a very worthy charity of the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund. So, coming in from the right-hand side now, 8 aircraft, and we're looking forward to giving you fly-past colours. So here's some more white smoke before we put on the red, white and blue. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time here on a Friday afternoon, please put your hands together for the Red Arrows! Smoke goes off now, they're positioning off to our left and they go back to the airport. For those who are coming tomorrow, we hope Red 9, Emmett Cox, is getting back up to speed and he'll be ready to perform here for the starting at midday. For now, you've got lots of great things coming up. I'll hand you back to George and Andy to talk you through what is to come. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for watching and for listening. And I wish you all the very best on behalf of everybody at the Red Arrows. George.